Right, welcome back. Now, tonight we turn our attention from the well-beaten track and focus our attentions on the little-known sport of canoe polo, as I promised a little earlier. What is it and how is it played, you might ask? Well, that's where our guest for tonight comes in, Bree, the South African Canoe Polo chairman. Good evening, thanks very much for coming through. I know it's like on the eve of a fairly big competition for you. Yes, it is. So we really appreciate the time you've given us. Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit what canoe polo is?
So to try simplify it a bit, it's basically like playing water polo in a canoe. So there's 5 people on the side, and yeah, basically there's a goal on each side, and you score on the goal. And yeah, that's it's a semi-contact sport, so there is some rough and tumble happening, but it's yeah, it's a very fun and exciting sport. So yeah. Okay,
tell us a little bit about how long canoe polo has been around in South Africa for.
So in South Africa, it's been going on, the sport overall has been going on through at least 50 years, but in South Africa it's been going on since the 70s. So yeah, so it started out very small and very social and that, but we have slowly grown year by year, and we're building as we go.
Looks quite intense. Looking at some of the pictures that have been shown to our viewers right now. Tomorrow you've got this championship, the 2017 South African Canoe Polo Championships taking place at the Homestead Lake in Benoni.
That's correct.
Tell us a bit about that.
So basically once a year we all the provinces come together and we have a national tournament. That national tournament obviously decides who's the best of the best, and yeah, we're very excited to say that we've grown the national event year by year. We're now having an open division, which is your men's category, your ladies and under 21s category. We have now recently started up an under 15 category, which has grown, which is very exciting to see. So yeah, we're now sitting on 14 teams this year, which is great. So we've got teams from Western Province, from KZN and from Gauteng.
All right, now I need to get an understanding. First off, when you start the match, what do you kick off? Do you tee off? What do you do?
So the game starts off. The game is 10 minutes each way, so 2 halves of 10 minutes, and basically the ball starts in the middle of the field. The field's 35 meters.
I saw it look like it's a water polo ball. Yes, you said this off, eh? Yeah. Water polo ball, middle of the field. That's it.
Yes, middle of the pitch, and it starts there. The ref blows the whistle, and then a guy from each side will sprint for the ball, and whoever gets there first will continue with the ball.
Collisions?
Definitely. There's been some hairy incidents, but yes, it does get pretty intense. And
I can see they're wearing helmets and all sorts of safety gear. They've got stuff to make sure that they float if they fall into the water.
Yes, we do. There's obviously the helmets with grids to protect your face. Quite often in a contact situation, the guy's face needs to be protected, especially from the paddle. Also being hit in the face with the ball does tend to happen sometimes. So
Chris, we see this guy has got his pedal on the ball right now.
That's me in that one.
Is that you?
Yes.
Oh, great shot then. But I also saw a few pictures with people with the ball in hand. Is that allowed?
Yes, yeah. So how we do it is you can flick the ball, as you saw in the previous one, with the paddle, but you can also, the guys mostly use their hands. That's, as you can see in this photo, the guy is using his hands to hold the ball, and the guys are passing the ball with their hands. If there's a situation where it's easier to flick it with your pedal, that's generally what's done.
You get smacked with the pedal at any point? You get rubbed between canoes? Does that happen?
It does happen. It obviously is. There is rules in place to avoid that, to try improve safety, but it does tend to happen. That's why we wear safety gear.
You mentioned there's like 5 aside. So what? You got positions. You got midfielders, strikers, that kind of thing.
Yes,
how does it work?
There are obviously guys are playing positions that they're more suited to. So you get the stronger guys that are strong and heavy, and they're good shooters. Then you get the lighter guys that are quick and fast, and then there's guys that play a pivotal position, more goalkeeper position. So there's a variety of players, but generally a well-rounded player will be a good asset to the team.
And what position do you play?
So I'm currently the national goalkeeper and also the Gauteng goalkeeper. So yeah.
You say national goalkeeper, and I see you actually wearing national colours. You've got the Protea on your left breast, National Lotto on your right breast, Canoe Polo. So this is sanctioned by SASCOC.
Yes, it is. So Canoeing South Africa is a SASCOC sanctioned discipline. So we fall within Canoeing South Africa. So Canoeing South Africa has many disciplines. We are one of the smaller disciplines. In South Africa, obviously, the main discipline is your marathons and your river racing. Just a good, interesting point. Our current world champion is a South African for marathons.
Okay.
Double world champion, actually, or even more. I think he's got like 5 or 7 different, 7 times he's won world champ. So we're very strong at marathons. So we are a smaller discipline within that major discipline. Just
one last point that I want to check with you. Like you mentioned, like the stronger, different people, different types of people play different positions. Yeah, but I mean, in the rules and regulations, do you have to use one size boat, or do you get like bigger boats and longer paddles if you're a bigger kind of guy? Do you have those kind of rules?
There is. So there's a set of rules that you need to comply with. So, for example, your boat can't be longer than 3 meters, but you'll find a smaller guy will use a smaller boat, so their boat will be a little bit shorter, whereas the biggest guys will use a bigger boat. So it really depends on the players' dynamics of how tall they are, how short they are, what their aims are, if they want to be a sprinter, if they want to be a goalkeeper. So there's a variance around that.
All right, no, very interesting, Chris. Thank you very much. And how do people get to watch tomorrow? How do they get involved, and where do they go?
So you can find us at Homestead Lake tomorrow in Benoni. That's our national championship. For more information, if you just look us up on Facebook with Canoe Polo South Africa, you'll find us there, and we're happy to.
What time do you start tomorrow?
Tomorrow, 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock?
Yeah.
So 8 o'clock sharp. What? 50 rand, 100 rand, 20 rand entry?
Free entry.
Fantastic, Chris. Thank you so much.
And Sunday at Toppers 12 will be the final for the men. So
same place at Homestead Lake in Benoni.
Yeah. So
Chris, thank you so much.
Thank you very much for your time.
Wish you all the best for the championship, as well as your future tournaments. I know you're going to be going up into the continent later on the year.
Thank you very much.
There you have it, Chris de Bree, the chairman of the South African Canoe Polo Association. Now, they'll be busy tomorrow. Homestead Lake, Benoni, that's where you need to be. And that is where we're going to be leaving you tonight. You can always make sure that you get in touch with us via Twitter at SABC Sports Live, and send us an email at sportslive@sabc.co.za. And to make sure that we don't leave you hanging, the Springbok Sevens team is in Vancouver, Canada this weekend, hoping to win yet another tournament on the Sevens series. Tonight we shall leave you with what we can expect from the tournament. Good night and enjoy. Until next time.